Now, very recently we replaced a metal transmission cooling line. Now, attached to that line we have these rubber hoses. We have a couple of them in that case, and it was a good idea to replace these. So when I took off this old, for example, this one hose, I did bring it to the auto parts store, and although I did measure it, I knew the measurements before I arrived. The helper behind the counter, he was measuring by his eye. He was just looking, he was trying to eyeball the old part with the new part. He wasn't too sure, and I asked him, do you know how to measure these? And he had no idea how to measure the diameter. So maybe you may come across something like this, or maybe you plan on purchasing your parts online. Let me show you, just in case if you're not sure on how to measure the correct diameter of a rubber hose. Okay, so I have two different hoses here just to give you two examples. Now, whenever you measure, you're looking for the diameter of a hose, you want to measure the inner diameter, not just this part right here, not the outside, but the inner diameter. So, of course, the first step is just grabbing your tape measure. Every tape measure may be a little bit different. For example, if I count the number of spaces between 11 and 12, I have 32 spaces. In other words, if I count each and every increment here, from 11 to 12, I have 32 spaces. But once I hit 12 to 13, it's 16 spaces. 13 to 14, 16 spaces. So what you're going to do is very, very simply grab your measurement here, the hose, and as you can see, I have 6 spaces, okay? So it's 6 over 16. So 6 over 16. Very, very simple. So all that you do is you're taking 6/16 of an inch and divide it by 2, if you can. So 6/16 divided by 2 is 3/8. So this is 3/8 of an inch. That's it. So if you need to order hosing and you have time, you could do this online off Amazon. You're a Prime member, you'll have it within 1 day. So you're just going to measure the length, and that's it. So for example, if I wanted to replace just this one hose, I'm just hitting a foot, and of course it's not completely stretched out. I would probably get 2 feet just to be incredibly safe. If you can get 16 inches, even better, but sometimes you can only buy these in foots. Okay, so that's it. Very, very simple. Now if you take a look at this hose, and again, if you count the spaces, I have 8. So 8 over 16 divided by 2, which would be 4/8. Divide by 2, 2/4, divide by 2, 1/2. So this is a 1/2 inch. And that's it. That's all it takes. Measure the inner diameter, measure the length, and you're done. It just says in terms of ease, I'll include a number of these measurements directly to Amazon. So if you need a 1/4 inch, we'll do a 1/4 inch, 3/8, we'll do a 1/2 inch, maybe 5/16. These are pretty average. I'll include a couple links in the description box below. And until next time, thank you for watching.